Hi, I'm Kimberly from the Fat Quarter Shop, and I'm here today with Bonnie and Camille for our Snapshots Quilt Along.
We're so glad to be here.
Thanks for coming. This Snapshots Quilt Along is going to benefit the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and we're asking for a $5 donation for each pattern, and we're excited to get started. Our block one is the Let Them Eat Cake block. So do y'all have any cake stories to share?
Well, some of you may know, but many of you may not, that Camille was born on my birthday. She was born at 11:06.
After MASH ended.
After my husband had to watch MASH and finish the
Yeah,
very
I've been
last
told that
one.
story many times.
So, we were happy to have our 7-pound, 6-ounce daughter, and she definitely looked like a Camille. So she was my very best birthday present ever.
And so I'm sure y'all have had lots of birthday cakes that y'all have shared throughout the years.
We have, and I've always tried to make her birthday a special time for her so she didn't feel like she was sharing with her mom.
But we always had to share a cake.
We shared a cake and we blew out lots of candles together. So
That is so sweet. So now we're going to go straight into the studio and I'm going to show you how to make the cake block. Download the Snapshots pattern at the Fat Quarter Shop. Cut your fabrics and label them with your alphabetties. Use our full color 2000 since it matches the day sale fabric perfectly. Sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance and press according to the pattern. To make your Tier 1 unit, assemble a fabric S, H, and L rectangle, then add your fabric C rectangles. To make your Tier 3 unit, assemble your fabric R, G, and J rectangles, then add your fabric E rectangles. In this step, we'll be making corner squares, and we'll be using this technique throughout the quilt. To make your left icing unit, we're going to draw a line on the wrong side of the fabric M squares from corner to corner with a friction pin. We're using a friction pin since the ink will disappear with heat later. Place a fabric M square on the bottom right corner of a fabric P rectangle. Stitch directly on your line. Using your Creative Grids ruler, trim a 1/4 inch away from your stitch line and press. You will make 2 left icing units. To make your right icing unit, place a fabric M square on the bottom left corner of a fabric Q rectangle. Make 2. To make your small middle icing unit, use 2 fabric M squares and your fabric O rectangle. Make 1. To make your large middle icing unit, use 2 fabric M squares and a fabric N rectangle. Make 2. To make your Tier 2 unit, assemble 1 left icing unit, the small middle icing unit, and the right icing unit. Add your fabric K rectangle. Then add your fabric D squares. To make your Tier 4 unit, assemble 1 left icing unit, 2 large middle icing units, and a right icing unit. Then add your fabric I rectangle, then add your fabric F rectangles, and we're going to make 1. Now for the next step. To make your left cake base unit, we're going to use a fabric A rectangle and a fabric V square. Now I want my words to go a certain direction, so I'm going to fold it over, put it on the corner, until I get the words the direction I want before I draw my line. Make 1. To make your right cake base unit, we're going to use our fabric V squares and our fabric B rectangle. Also make 1. Assemble the left cake base unit, the fabric T rectangle, and the right cake base unit. Let's put it all together with our fabric U rectangle, and block 1 is done.
thanks for watching. Be sure to come back next month on the 15th for another new quilt block.
And please donate. We can make a difference in the lives of the children and families of St. Jude.
As you share your blocks, don't forget to hashtag FQS Snapshots.